So fret markers, these are called fret dots because they're round, but really important, especially when you're learning to play, because it helps you figure out where you are on the fretboard and not get lost. More experienced players tend to just rely on the side markers, which we'll do tomorrow. And you'll notice the pattern here. There's 1, the 3rd, 5th, 7th, 9th, and then it skips 2 spaces to the 12th fret, and that has 2 dots. We'll talk about that in a minute. Then, I guess to give some balance and some symmetry there, you skip 2 spaces again on this side, and then that's the 17th, 19th, no wait, 15th, 17th, 19th, 21st fret.
Or it would be the 3rd, 5th, and 7th again.
Yes,
yeah.
Right. So the reason this is so important is that is the exact midpoint. The 12th fret is the exact midpoint between the nut and the bridge. So if you fret the 12th, so we'll pretend that's in tune. It may or may not be. It's in some sort of tune. So if that's an E, if you fret the 12th fret, that's also an E. It's just an octave higher. So cowboy chords and sitting around the campfire, open chords, that all happens kind of down here, first 3 frets. But then if you ever get into blues and rock, a lot of stuff happens up around the 12th fret. And that's why it's really important we can quickly identify where the 12th fret is. So some more advanced players, and they get a little bit fancier guitars, sometimes there's just a special marker at the 12th fret, and that's it. But they still have the side dots. Okay. And laying them out is pretty simple. So this is a little reference for you. And I'll demonstrate here how to do one of them. But you just simply, to find the center of that space, you just draw a straight line corner to corner. The 12th fret, you have to just make a small X to find the center. And then you're going to divide that cell in half. And then you'll X there, and you'll have dot, dot. So, nut, that's the wide slot. That's the nut. And then, and take your time with this. You don't want to screw it up, because that would be really bad. We can fix it if you do, but, so 1, 2, so 3rd fret. And you're just going to make an X. And then you'll want to center punch that. You can use a scratch awl, that would work fine. And we also, you don't have to, it doesn't have to be a really deep thing, but we also have these spring center punches. They're spring loaded. You just do that. And then this is the marker material we have. I don't know if this is nylon or Delrin, you know, Delrin. Yeah, it feels pretty hard. That's 1/4 inch diameter, so you're going to want the Forstner bit. That is the 1/4 inch Forstner bit, and I have one already in the one drill press we have. So this fretboard material, it's a little over 1/4 inch thick, and you know, you can just go halfway down. The flat part of this cutter, just don't bury that. Leave a little bit of a shoulder there, and you'll be fine. It won't go through. So I would just bring the tip of the bit down till it makes contact, so you're lined up. These lasers, sometimes they get bumped, and they're not always right on. And that's it. Okay. Cool.
So Alex is doing one right now for the demonstration, but you'd want to go ahead and mark all of them.
Yep.
And then go over at the drill press and do them all at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you've got a burr on there, you might want to take some sandpaper and just knock that off. So it'll go in nice and clean. And then put the super glue on the side. Just a couple of drops is fine.
That can be sounded off, right?
Yes. it's wood, we can fix it. And then twist it in, just spread it around the side of the hole. Oh, and if you get it on your fingers, acetone will take it off. I think acetone's about the only thing that will take it off.
Time will take it off.
It goes off pretty quick.
Yeah.
So this is an optional step, but it helps students for sure. This is a Nancy tip. Okay, and then we've got these flush cut saws. It says this side up, so that means technically they didn't put any set. That's the teeth,
Yeah.
because a saw will cut better with set because it clears out the kerf. But this is a flush cut saw because we do not want to gouge up our fretboards. So there's a little bit of set on this side of the blade, but still, you can use tape. Sometimes I'll put blue tape all over the back. You could use a business card. You could use a piece of sandpaper or whatever, just to give yourself a little, it doesn't have to be perfectly flush, because this stuff sands nice and easy. And we still have to radius the fretboards. That's going to be tomorrow, okay. So, it does not have to be perfectly flush. Careful that you're not tipping into the wood. So you'll see me, I'll use my finger back here to ride that. And this is, most of these Japanese style saws cut on the pull stroke. So concentrate on pulling the saw through the cut. And just go easy. It takes no effort at all. And there you go.
Cool.
Okay.
I always recommend that once you've got your X's on there, is to go find another guitar, like Michelle's guitar over there, and just set your fretboard next to it and look to see that your fret X's line up properly, or have somebody else look at it too and do the count, right? It's odd numbers to an even to odd numbers, 3, 5, 7, 9, 12, 15, 17. And don't sand it at this point. It's fine. We got a lot of sanding due tomorrow. When we sand the 12-inch radius, so don't feel like you need to immediately go in and clean that up and make it look nice, because you'll just mess it up again tomorrow anyway. So we have that operation to do, so we should try to have somebody on the drill presses all the time as soon as somebody's got these things marked and ready to go, and get people fed through that drill press, because we only have one drill press. So if you see it vacant, grab your fretboard and get over there and start drilling. Okay? All right, we'll do the same thing in a little while. Another little operation that we'll add on in drilling the body for the electronics. So we'll give you a chance to work for a little while, and then we'll add another operation. And then you'll have 3 running at the same time.
Do you want me to do it?
Yeah.